Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This is the second part of the direct and inverse proportion. In this video, I am going to tell you about the inverse proportion. In this, x and y vary inversely. Means if x increase, then y decrease. If x decrease, then y increase. In the inverse proportion, x and y vary inversely means that if one quantity is increased, then second quantity decrease. If in the second case, if first quantity decrease, then the second quantity increase. Now let us take an example. If suppose a speed of a car is 60 km per hour, then it travels a specific distance in 2 hours. Suppose a speed of a car is 60 km per hour and it covers a distance in suppose 2 hours. Now it is 60 km per hour. This is the speed and the time is 2 hours. If we increase the speed, suppose we increase the speed to 80 km per hour, that means this is the increase, then the time is decrease. Now this is an inverse variation, means that one quantity is increased, the second quantity is decreased, and same if we decrease the speed, suppose we decrease the speed to 40 km per hour, then the time taken increase, and this is known as inverse variation. And for the inverse variation, we can write xy is equal to k, means x and y is constant. The product of x and y is constant. If it is an inverse variation, then x and y is equal to constant. K stands for constant. Let us take an example that is given in our book. See, if 45 men can do a piece of work in 49 days, it is example number 3. See, the table is like this. Number of men, number of days. See, the question is, if 45 men can do a piece of work in 49 days, in how many days will 35 men can do a piece of same work? Number of men is 45, then the days required is 49. And if the number of men is reduced, see, if the number of men is reduced, our working days or our number of days increases. It means that this is a decrease. So number of days increase. This is basically called a inverse variation or inverse proportion, and the concept is xy is equal to k. this is x men and number of day is y. You just using this formula calculate it easily. How? X and y. So x is this, y in this, means 45 times 49 is equal to 35 times y. So the y is equal to 45 times 49 upon 35. Now all the number is divisible with 7. 7, 7. This is 5 and this 9. So y is equal to 9 7 is 63. So same piece of work is finished in 63 days by 35 minutes. Means y is equal to 63 days. Now this is clear. This is called inverse variation, and you have to write this formula. This basically the statement for direct as well as inverse proportion. According to this, the calculation is slightly easy. If you do another way, there may be a calculation error, so you can use this. I think it will be easy or good for you. So number of men is 45 and the number of days to complete a work is 49 days. If the number of men is decreased to 35 days, our number of days is increased to 63 days. This is the inverse proportion. Now let us take one more example, then we will start exercise. This is the example number 6. This is the example number 6. See in example number 6, in a fort, 300 men had provision for 90 days. Means there is 300 men and the provision for food, that is for the 90 days. After 20 days, 50 men left the fort. How long would the food last at the same rate? Means, see, first we make a table. Now this is number of men and this is number of days. Yes, number of days. Clear? Now this is first there is 300 men and the provision for food is 90 days. But after 20 days, 50 men left the fort. After 20 days, 50 men left the fort. So now everyone see, after 20 days, 50 men left the fort. So the remaining food for 300 men is equal to 90 minus 20, which is equal to 70. And there is 50 men left after some days. So number of men is equal to 300 minus 50, which is equal to 250. So this is 250 and this is y. We have to find out the food lasts for 250 people. So if the number of men decreases, so food usually lasts few more days. So there is an inverse variation. Inverse variation. So it is xy is equal to k. Now, but we have to use the number of days, that is 70 for 300. So we can use 70 in place of 90 because the food already finished for 20, after 20 days. Means the food is finished for the 20 days. Now 300 times 70 is equal to 250 times y. So this is 300 times 70. We just transfer 250 here for y. Now this is 0 and 0 cancel, and 25 and this is cancel. 25 tens are 250, 25 12s are 300. Now the 12 sevens are 84 days. So the food lasts for 84 days. That is for the 250 mins. Now let us start the exercise questions. Now open exercise questions. This is exercise 12b, and here again there is a question number 1. So first the table is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 values are there. So first is x and y, and second 6, 9, then 10, 15, then 14, 21, then 16, 24. Observe the table given below, and each cases find whether x and y are inverse proportion or not. And we know that the inverse proportion is xy is equal to k. This is a basically inverse proportion. So this is the x term 6, 10, 14, 16, and y 9, 15, 21, 24. So we can check xy is equal to k or not. Xy is equal to k. So 6 times 9, what is 6 times 9 is what? 54. 10 times 15 is equal to 150. 14 times 21, you can calculate. For 21, 4, 1, it is 8, 2, 4, 9, 2, 294. This is 294. Now see, all the values are different. You can multiply last one also, 16 upon 24. This is 24 and 16. This is 384. All the values are not equal. Means first x1, y1 is equal to 54. x2, y2 is equal to 150. x3, y3 is equal to 294. x4, y4 is equal to 384. And this is clear. x1, y1 is not equal to x2, y2, and this is not equal to x3, y3, and this is not equal to 384. So this table is not inverse proportion. Means x upon y is not equal to k. You can check by simply multiplying. Next, you can multiply and check is it direct variation or not. You can do by your own. Second and third. Means in question number 1, you have to do the second and third part in your classroom copy or homework copy. You can use either. Now the question number 2. Now the question number 2, x and y are the inverse proportion xy, y1. We have to find x1, x2, y1, y2. Now the table is, this is the question number 2 from the exercise 12b. So x and y, this is 8, y1, this is x1, 4, then 16, 5, x2, 2, 80, then y. Now we know that this x1, x3, in this basically this is given, so we can use this. Means if it is xy is equal to k, so first we calculate y1. So see, we write like this, and then 16 times 5 is equal to 8 times y1. So it is 16 times 5 upon 8 is equal to y1. 8 to the 16, so y1 is equal to 10. Next, we have to find x1. So same, 16 times 5 is equal to x1 multiplied by 4. So 16 times 5 upon 4 is equal to x1. Now cancel it. 4 are 16, so x1 is equal to 20. y1 is equal to 10, x1 is equal to 20. Now third, x2 is equal to question 1. Then again we use 16 times 5 is equal to x2 times 2. You can transfer 2 to this side and check x2. So this is cancelled. It is 8. So x2 is equal to 8 5s are 40. So this is 40. Now y2 is equal to question mark. You can use the same 16 and 5. 16 times 5 is equal to 80 times y2. So y2 is equal to 16 times 5 upon 80. Now you can cancel it. 5, 1, this is 1 and 6. y2 is equal to 1. So y2 is equal to 1. Now this is the way how we find the missing numbers if the variation is given. If the variation is given means xy is equal to k, means inverse variation. If the variation is given, then we can find the missing numbers. Okay, now let us do one more example, one more question from the exercise. Then we will do more questions in class also if there is a problem. But this is a very, I think, easy chapter. Even feel this is a easy and simple calculation is there, not very big calculation. So let us move to the question number 4. Now the question number 4 is 12 men can dig a pond in 8 days. How many men can dig it in a 6 days? So make a table again. There is a number of men and number of days. Number of men and number of days. In this question, 12 men can dig a pond in 8 days. Then how many men are required to dig a same pond in 6 days? So if this is the general thing, number of days. If we decrease the number of days, we have to increase and decrease. If we decrease the number of days, we can use more men to do the same work. So it is xy is equal to k, means inverse variation, inverse proportion of variation. Variation is basically the same. quotient and variation same. So it will be 12 times 8, which is equal to, you can put here x times 6. So just transfer 6 here and x, 6 2s are 12, so x is equal to 16. Means if we reduce the number of days to 6, 16 men can require to do or finish the same work.